What's your name?
Paddy Pimblett.
Okay, do you have a fight nickname?
My coach calls me Paddy the Baddy Pimblett.
Paddy the Baddy.
Paddy was born into a well-off family, but from childhood he dreamed of something bigger. As a teenager, he lived a normal life, football, friends, parties, but everything changed after he watched the historic UFC 103 card, where Vita Belfort fought Rich Franklin.
I started having a little watch of it, and the first one I stayed up and watched live was Belfort versus Franklin. Belfort knocked him out in about a minute, and I went for a run at like 6 in the morning after it.
That night lit a fire inside him. From that moment, Pimblett dove headfirst into mixed martial arts, starting with traditional Muay Thai. Step by step, he added new disciplines, competing in grappling, kickboxing, even classic boxing. But early on, he couldn't find true success in any single style. He lacked clarity and strategy. In sparring, he just loved to play, to experiment, mixing kickboxing with grappling, going for chaos more than game plans. He wasn't thinking about a set style to win, he just went out there to fight, fueled by passion and raw ambition, willing to risk it all.
Good summary. So what's your prediction then for this?
I'm gonna win.
Okay. By submission, knockout, TKO,
Any and I can't, I'm just gonna win.
He had nothing but insane love for the sport and his own dreams. The Scouser's pro career began before he was even 18 years old. In just 6 months, Pimblett racked up 3 straight first-round finishes, which earned him a contract with a major promotion that served as a gateway for young fighters into the big leagues, Cage Warriors Fighting Championship. At Cage Warriors 56, Pimblett fought his first 30-rounder against Florian Carlin. It was a beatdown, a dominant showcase that revealed Paddy as one of the most exciting new names in the promotion. But with his first success came his first heartbreak. In his next fight, Paddy was submitted in just 35 seconds, caught in an anaconda choke by the far more experienced Cameron Els. A rookie mistake, a harsh lesson, and a moment many critics pointed to as proof of Pimblett's professional incompetence. After that first loss, Paddy took a step back. He worked on his mistakes, and the results? A stunning 9-fight win streak. Still competing in Cage Warriors, Pimblett gained invaluable experience and polished his skills. What was especially wild, he was fighting a featherweight while walking around in the off-season at nearly 180 pounds. The size advantage helped him, but his true weapons were his charisma, flamboyant appearance, and his ability to put on a show inside the cage.
You can see he's not worrying about the foul. Flying triangle attempt.
Good in this position.
Looks like he might be finding some space. And that's the tap.
Big submission win.
It's over.
The big squeeze.
And that's Paddy. What Paddy does so well.
Quite forced a submission.
And there's the submission. Flying in. Cruiserweight champion of the world!
And then came the offer of a lifetime. The matchmakers of the biggest and most popular MMA promotion in the world wanted to see Paddy Pimblett under the bright lights of the UFC.
Like, I got offered 2 UFC contracts before I actually signed. I got offered the contract when I was 21, and then got offered the contract when I was 23. And I didn't actually sign until I was 26.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the reason for that?
I knew I weren't ready, to be honest. We spoke about it with my coaches, and I wasn't. I was still a child fighting men. And I know for a fact if I would have come into the UFC at that time, I probably would have got ragdolled by men, where I was a very small fighter. I wasn't big at all.
Paddy knew his level. He knew he wasn't quite ready yet, so he made the decision to wait. He fought 4 more times in Cage Warriors, taking on the division's best before making the jump to the elite stage. The defining fight of his career came against Declan Dalton, where the Scouser delivered a spectacular win in the main event. That night, Pimblett became champion of Cage Warriors, a formal declaration to the world that the Baddy was ready to compete with the best.
Absolutely flawless performance from Liverpool's own Paddy Pimblett.
You knew it was time to shine, yeah?
Yeah, always, lad. It's gotta be.
Is that probably the perfect way to debut, you think?
Yeah, 100%. Either that or run out in 5 seconds, get a flying knee like Masvidal, but yeah, that was perfect. Showed everyone that I can come through adversity as well, because he did catch you with a nice left hook. I need to stop letting people punch me in the face, lad.
Paddy's UFC debut was nothing short of phenomenal.
Paddy, the Paddy Pimblett!
Oh, and a jumping switch kick. That chins up a little bit for Paddy.
Yeah, Vendramini corner. Oh! Huge look for Vendramini!
That chin up in there. Luigi's letting him up to his feet because Luigi understands he can hurt him now. And Pimblett has a bad habit of keeping... Oh, goodness, Luigi for the ropes!
He ruthlessly finished Luigi Vendramini in the first round, immediately staking his claim in the lightweight division. But behind the highlight reel, not everything was glamorous. Signing with the UFC actually meant earning less money.
I signed for a pay cut at first. My first 2 fights were 10 and 10 and 12 and 12. And then obviously after I won my second fight, I got a new deal and it went up.
As a Cage Warrior headliner, Paddy was making 5 times more, but legacy meant more to him than paychecks. He was ready to face financial struggles for the chance to build something greater. At times, it wasn't easy. He even went into debt just to fund the proper training camp for his UFC debut, paying for sparring partners and coaches across every discipline of MMA. And the sacrifice paid off. In his second UFC fight, Pimblett showcased elite grappling, submitting Rodrigo Vargas and winning over the fans.
Rodrigo Vargas is ready to go. Paddy the Baddy is ready to go. The fans in the O2 are ready for this one as well. So he's grabbing it to get tighter, Michael. Here we go. This could be it. He's done it. Paddy has done it in London.
His charisma, his flamboyant look, his ability to entertain, all of it opened the door to massive opportunities. But let's be clear, no one was pushing him. The UFC treated him like another expendable fighter with no real future. Paddy had to fight tooth and nail, carving his way through the division until he finally showed the world who he truly was.
I didn't save anyone's life, lad. I just said what anyone in my position should say. I feel like people who are in the public eye, anything like that, they should speak about, you know what I mean? Because people do sit up and take notice. Things like that, that's proper close to my heart now, because Ricky took his own life. And as I say, it was 36 hours before the fought.
The turning point came with his submission over Jordan Levitt.
At 155 pounds for everyone here inside the O2 Arena. And he's got that neck. He's got the neck. This is it. That's tight. He gets it. He gets the tap. The Paddy party goes to the next level.
That fight wasn't just about skills, it was about heart. After suffering the devastating loss of a close friend, Paddy found the strength to fight through the pain and deliver one of the most emotional performances of his career.
There's a stigma in this world that men can't talk. Listen, if you're a man and you've got weight on your shoulders and you think the only way you can solve it's by killing yourself, please speak to someone. Speak to anyone.
And when the fight ended, he didn't just celebrate, he spoke. He raised his voice on a painful subject, suicide, urging men around the world to speak up, to reach out, to not suffer in silence. His message exploded, gathering tens of millions of views across social media. Unknowingly, Pimblett had just changed his career trajectory forever. He wasn't just a baddie anymore, he became a hero. Next, he faced the seasoned, durable all-rounder Jared Gordon. Beating him meant a spot inside the lightweight division's top 20. For the Scouser, this was the most important test of his career up to that point. And Paddy passed with flying colours.
Gotta get comfortable here. Oh! Beautiful left hand.
Now the right from Gordon. Good jab by Pimblett, now the uppercut.
Good combinations by Paddy.
Good body kick by Gordon after Pimblett landed upstairs.
Oh, he clipped him again with that left hand. That has been accurate. Beautiful left high kick by Paddy. Good shot to the body. Overhand right.
That right hand forces Pimblett to get out. Oh,
Good right hand by Paddy.
He had proven his right to be called a true prospect, but ahead of him stood something even greater, the most dangerous, the most terrifying challenge of his career.
Champ shit only, motherfucker. I can't understand
He's gonna be big.
I'm gonna f***ing mat. I'm gonna mop the mat with your f***ing hat. You can't wait.
Him and
I'm gonna use all this for training. I'm gonna go in there so soon.
I know.
Oh, it's gonna be
And I smash.
Because Eddie goes with him up to Big Bear, you know, and he trains with him, and he says, "You never seen anything like it." He said everybody else in the camp can't keep up with him. He works out. He goes, "I've never seen anybody have this kind of dedication in gas tank." He said he works out a legitimate 6 hours a day.
Strike like lightning, built like Leviathan. Legends never die, I'm living with no hyphen it. It's an uprising, they sounding all sirens. Levels to the game, I'm wondering how high it is.
Before Paddy Pimblett could truly become a top-level fighter, he first had to face the scariest, most brutal and bloodthirsty opponent of them all. At his peak, Tony Ferguson broke and destroyed the very best of the lightweight division.
Tell that bitch to come up, and I'm gonna sign on the dotted line. This is my weight class. You wanna talk shit? I'll be the first one to sign that dotted line. Mark my words, bro. You're gonna get the real little kukui. I don't even care.
And despite what many believed, Pimblett versus Ferguson was not some easy showcase fight for a young prospect against a washed-up veteran. Yes, Tony was riding a losing streak, but make no mistake, El Kukui was still that maniacal killer. Rusted on the outside, maybe, but inside, still the hungry animal who craved blood, pain, and destruction.
You've never seen your own blood.
Can't believe you've actually got a suit on, lad. Every other day you're like an 8-year-old what's just dressed himself for the first time.
Cut you up.
Look like a fucking
It's been a
idiot.
long fucking time since I brought the blades out, baby, and it's gonna
Bring the blades out then, lad. You said you've been gonna cut your last 6 opponents. You
I don't
can't
give
do
a
fuck
fuck. I
all
was
against them because you're an
sandbagging,
old crab.
Oh,
Shut your
sandbagging
mouth.
son of a bitch. You have no fucking clue, kid. You're bringing the heat out of me right now on Saturday.
I know. I can't wait to bring the heat out of you. I hope the old Tony turns up, not this washed up
Well, here we
version.
go.
The UFC matchmakers set it up perfectly. On one side, a rising star with a massive fan base known for putting on wild fights. On the other, Ferguson, a legend with hundreds of thousands of loyal fans still hoping to see him rise again.
Your own country doesn't even like you, dude.
Lad, just because everyone likes you here, lad, it's gonna be funny when you're on the floor asleep on Saturday night.
I don't even care about you, dude. I don't even.
I know you don't. I don't care about you. You're just another obstacle in the way, lad. You're
You
gonna
care
get
about me
knocked
blocking
out
you on
Saturday,
Instagram.
lad.
That's what you care about. You care about the most stupidest shit.
No, I
I'm
don't.
more worried about
You're-
everybody else
lad,
than
you
what they
must
think
care
when they're
because
fucking
you
showing up
blocked
Saturday.
me. I'm not that much of a little pussy to block someone on Instagram.
For many, this was Tony's chance at redemption. Pimblett was seen as the lamb to slaughter, a sacrificial victim for Ferguson's triumphant return. If Tony could maul the young Scouser, the path back to the title picture would reopen. But if Paddy survived the storm, if he could stand toe-to-toe with the chaos of Ferguson, then he would finally prove his right to exist at the elite level.
Kick and fell backwards, and it looks like he's this combinations. It goes down. Pimblett thinking something.
And you can see all that frustration Paddy was having this week in regards to Ferguson coming out.
And prove it he did. Pimblett delivered a strong performance against a legend like Ferguson. He showed the world that he was no longer a fighter to be dismissed. With that victory, Paddy broke into the top 20 of the lightweight division. But this was only the beginning.
Obviously, you've been doing this for damn near a decade in the UFC. Paddy might have some of the most hype against opponent you've faced. So how does preparation and all this hype differ from your past opponents?
Man, this crowd is awesome. I'm tripping out right now. I love it. Manchester, I came here for you. I came for the real Englishmen. I came here to show a real fight. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're against me, you're against me. That's fine. But when it comes to the fight, I'm with you.
Next came another dangerous test, Bobby King Green. With a professional record of 32 wins and 15 losses, Bobby had enormous experience. He was coming off a victory over veteran Jim Miller and had made it clear he could still give problems to anyone, even late in his career. But Green made a critical mistake. He disrespected Pimblett. He mocked Paddy's opposition, calling him a lucky UFC project. And that's when things got dangerous.
I made myself, lad. I promote myself. I win me fights. Know what I mean? It's hard to say that I'm a spoiled kid. Know what I mean? It's mad. Just because I put bums on seats, lad, I got a pair of shorts and you never. Don't need to cry.
King Green is in the red. Paddy Pimblett wearing his custom orange shorts tonight.
So Bobby always handled. Bobby. King take down that guillotine attack. Now it's going to be done. There it is. It's done. Paddy Pimblett by submission in round one.
He jumps King Green to sleep, or so it appears.
The fight itself was quick but explosive. Bobby made one tiny mistake, and that was all it took. He was dropped hard, forced to defend desperately. Finally, Paddy locked into position, securing a choke so tight it was practically double wrapped. Green couldn't even tap. He was choked unconscious.
He's a scouser. He's just fun. He looks like he's having a good old time when he's out there, and he can back it up. So that fight was big for him because that fight moves him into elite status, right? He goes from Jared Gordon and now, a couple other fights, now bam, Bobby Green, bam, someone's going to be a big name.
Why does Paddy Pimblett have the kind of popularity that most champions can only dream of? The answer is simple. Inside the cage, Pimblett delivers a wild, aggressive and entertaining style. He's never afraid to trade punches, never afraid to brawl. The Scouser is equally confident on the ground, where he constantly looks for control, ground and pound, and submission opportunities. His fighting style is defined by boldness and confidence. He's not shy about taunting opponents, entertaining the crowd with eccentric antics, and making big promises. And that confidence, backed by solid skill, allows him to pull off victories even when the fight isn't going his way. His bouts rarely go the distance. They're always dynamic, always dramatic. The UFC matchmakers saw the star potential. They decided it was time to test him against a big name with a strong record and a high ranking. The choice? One of the most explosive fighters in the lightweight division, Michael Chandler.
Big knockdown for Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler maximizing the debut.
When I hit people, they go to sleep. I don't need a jingle to try to sell myself. You know who has jingles? second-rate car insurance salesmen, ambulance chasers, and fast food. I'm the real deal, and the real deal don't need a jingle.
Heading into the fight with the number 7 ranked lightweight, Pimblett was unexpectedly listed as the betting favourite. Yet many fans predicted he'd get knocked out cold.
And if you don't love the brand of Paddy Pimblett, it's fun, it's exciting. He's a guy who brings it. Scousers don't get knocked out. We'll put his name to the test. UFC 314. Let's go, baby.
You know, everyone thinks that I'm going to get knocked out because I leave me chin high. But I told you, this chin's made of granite, lad. I'm not getting knocked out. I've never been knocked out before, but Mike has, and I'll do it again tomorrow, or Saturday.
Because of Paddy's reckless style, most believed Chandler's experience and power would be enough to catch him making a mistake. But that night, everyone who doubted Pimblett was silenced.
Obviously, we game plan for fights, know what I mean? You watch a lot of tape on your opponent and you study it, and that's what my coaches do, and that's why we get so many wins. There's a lot of tape that we've studied over his UFC career, and I've got so many different ways that I can win this fight.
That cut split him open right away. Oh, he took it down.
Time shots from Pimblett. 2 minutes to go, round 3.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
There it is, the king of the north, Paddy Pimblett. Welcome to the land of...
For 3 full rounds, Paddy picked Chandler apart. He methodically battered him, humiliating him with strikes until finally finishing him with a TKO to end the suffering.
Everyone underestimates me striking. Everyone thinks I'm just a grappler, you know what I mean? And I think, like, obviously no disrespect to the fighters who are mentioning here, Dustin, Justin and Charles. I've just put more of a clinic on the feet against Michael Chandler than they did.
Now Pimblett's future in the UFC looks promising but uncertain. His flamboyant personality and thrilling fights guarantee him attention from fans and a promotion alike. But if he wants to truly chase gold, he needs to tighten up his defense, sharpen his striking, and raise his wrestling level. Because the road ahead won't get easier, he'll face experienced technical opponents who will look to exploit his weaknesses. And that's where his long-standing conflict with the current champion comes into play.
You're a little
Shut up, if not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crash your face right here.
Do it then, you little
You
fart.
have another question?
Do it. Do it then, you little pussy. What? Do it. Do it. Come on, do something then. Do something, stand up. What'll you do? You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing, you little fart. Go and sit back down. Sit back down, you little pussy. Puta.
Fucking pussy.
Obviously, you train to fight the best. So I'm training at the minute to fight Islam Makhachev. But he mightn't even be the champion by the time I get there. So we're just going to have to see what happens. You've got to let it all play out, haven't you? And whoever's in front of me, that's who I fight. Whoever the UFC send me a contract with their name on, that's who I fight. And that'll be whoever I fight next. Whoever the UFC send me a contract with their name on, I'll never turn a fight down.
Paddy Pimblett is a talented and entertaining fighter with massive potential. He's got the charisma, confidence and skills to succeed in the UFC. But his defense needs work and he must prove his competitiveness against the division's elite.
I finish you, let me I finish you.
Right now, Pimblett can be seen as a high-profile prospect with enormous media presence. But turning that into true contender status will depend on his discipline, his work ethic, and his ability to learn from mistakes.